can handle you getting a bit rough with me. Not in that way, of course.
Vuositteksä? Snesmenisnova, för att åpne snart deras fondfaget. För måste process för mig.
You dirty thief! What do you... Dorothy, come with me. Over here! I'm sorry, but it's mine. Thank you. You've done well. You cobrar.
Good to see you. Hello, friend. Well now, would you look at that? I never imagined we'd find something like this. This is exactly what I need to complete my research. You've made an important contribution to the advancement of my research. Here, take a look at this. Consider this artifact discovered in Neshuan-Zel yours. I've no use for it.
Wait, I know you.
Good to see you.
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work. This is great! Wow, thanks! You're going to love it here. We have a lot of fun, and we look out for each other, just like any family. Thanks! Here, this is for you.
I was trained by some
I
of the
presume you're
finest
bothering me
warriors
for
in
a
all
good reason.
Skyrim.
I believe we're done.
Played as if it was an extension of my own.
Genuine falmer blood elixir for sale. Live for thousands of years. See into other people's thoughts.
Working at the Riften.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Don't miss out. Purge. Bottle of my genuine farmer blood elixir. Only 20 septums each.
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin? Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under a stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Brynjolf's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. We've been contracted to make sure Brynjolf remembers not to meddle in affairs that aren't his own. Now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to make sure he sits in the prisons for a few days. Do you want me to hold your hand as well? You're going to have to sneak over to Medesi's stall and use your lockpick on the strongbox. Then, when you have the ring, you pickpocket Brynjolf and leave it behind. Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone, gather round. I have something
Ah,
amazing
it's good to see you.
that demands your attention. You need to hear this. You need to hear this.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
Nope. Sorry.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branche. This is a rare opportunity, and I wouldn't want you to get left out. Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item
All
is
meats
the real thing.
guaranteed. Clean and free.
Lads and
from
lasses,
hot
I
goods.
give you Falmer Blood Elixir.
Oh, come on. Are you talking about the snow elves?
Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a waste of time. Damn. I knew I should.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it.
Gems, potions, exotic ingredients. I had them all.
All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Fine jewelry here.
Hello, friend.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
Watch what you're doing.
Give it up, Brynjolf. Those days are over.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
We've all heard that one before, Bryn. Quit kidding yourself.
It's time to face the truth, old friend. You, Vex, Mercer, you're all part of a dying breed. Things are changing.
I smell coin and leather.
Well, what do you call that, then? Well, well. Color me impressed, lad. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize. So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me? They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Ursi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. Helga is a devout follower of Dibella, and dotes over the statue to the divine that she keeps at the bunkhouse. Use it as leverage, and she'll cave. Kirava's stubborn, but she's got a soft spot for family. Talk to Talon Jay at the Bee and Barb, and see if you can get something out of him. They're well acquainted, if you catch my meaning. He's as pig-headed a man as you'll ever find. The key is that ugly dwarven urn in his shop. Smash that thing to bits and he'll change his attitude. I'll be here when you're done.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's no handouts here. I don't know you, so we've got nothing to talk about. How about you finish the job Brynjolf gave you? Then,
we can talk. Splendid. There's a house available right now. Wonderful. Here is the key to your new home. Until next time.
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay. I assumed you were here to see me about your face. To have it sculpted into something more artful than nature has bestowed upon you. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face? I have not always been a ragged beggar. I learned my art from the masters of the art of flesh sculpture. I studied with the faculty of chirurgeons and cloud rest. I walked with the hollow-faced men of Notahogra for 3 years. I count the nobility of both the Empire and the Dominion among my clients. And yet, I have fallen so low that I must justify myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world. All right, then.
Talk to me again when you've proven yourself to Brynjolf. Taking a bath?
Be careful.
Stay alive? Why take a chance?
Listen to an old man.
Is that fur coming out of your ears?
If you're... What did you want? You are pleasant company. More than pleasant. And what about you? Would you be interested in a life together? Take care of yourself. What does he want now? I already explained to him that you can't get blood from a stone. Look, I can't make the coin appear out of thin air. Please, be reasonable. I'll pay next month. And so have I. What's the point of paying anyway? Your outfit can't even fend for itself. I could do better tossing the gold into the sewer. You can't scare me with your tough talk. I'm not paying you people a single coin. Please, don't take the statue. It's the only thing of value I have left. Not Lady Dibella. No! Please, I can't lose her! I get the message. Here, take your gold. I hope you choke on it. Look, I got the message. What else did you want?
It's a fine day. Good to see you. Hello, friend.
You want something or not? I've already told that buffoon that I'm not paying you people a single coin. Look around you. I'm barely keeping this rat hole together. The war's seen to that. Good, and take this little message back to your bosses. I'm not paying any of you a single septim, ever! Now get out of my inn.
What do you want? With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become much too bold. I'm not that foolish. The last thing I want is a war with your people. Look, I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake this as acceptance for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Morrowind. If you mention you know about it, she might just listen to you. Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought.
May the earth beneath your feet be always soft.
I'm not paying you or Brynjolf a single coin. Now get out of my tavern. No, and I never will. Now get out of my inn. I enjoyed our talk.
Aha, a fellow lord.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. Oh, he spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough
So,
about
can
himself.
I interest you in anything today? Oh, what? Oh, it's one of you people. So Brynjolf doesn't even bother to show up himself anymore, eh? What's this message?
It is good for nothing.
You're gouging me for what little coin I make, and you can't even protect yourselves? Ridiculous. Don't fool yourself. It's only a matter of time before you people are run out of Riften. Likewise. Now I have a lot to do, so I'm afraid you'll just have to leave. Stop! That's priceless! I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave. Tell Brynjolf he'll just have to make do without my coin. Stop! That's priceless!
Just pay them, Bercy.
No! That urn was priceless! All right, I get it. I'll pay on time from now on. Just don't smash anything else. Here, take your gold, and leave me in peace.
I'm not paying you or Brynjolf a single coin. Now get out of my tavern. Look, everything was all just a misunderstanding. I didn't mean to tell Brynjolf to go jump off the pier. You'll tell him I'm sorry, yes? Take this. Every single coin I owe is there. I swear it.
My skillet.
Is it absolutely necessary for you to bother me right now?
Last person who made trouble for Veckel ended up with a smashed head. They call me Dirge because I'm the last thing you hear before they put you in the ground. Why? You think it's funny or something? No. Sorry if I sounded so mean there. My brother always said I have a big mouth. Here, have one on me. All right then.
I think Brynjolf could give you all the information you need.
You'd better have
So,
coin to pay
job's
you.
done and you even brought the gold.
No handouts here.
Best of all, you did it clean. I like that. Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive. Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
After you talk to Brynjolf and Mercer, come back and see me.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. Do what
The
we
people
say,
of Skyrim have very dirty minds.
Do I
They say
make
the most
myself
innocent of
clear?
things and they all get the wrong idea.
Good,
Suppose
then I
you're
think
good
it's
like
time
that
we
as
put your
well.
expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work, so let him prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lad. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Irkngthand. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. Aye. The last thing we want to be doing is crossing our clients. Maven prefers that Irkngthand remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Irkngthand stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place. Aye. Irkngthand sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke. I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Irkngthand, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Irkngthand and bring in a huge payout. Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the Fourth Era in prison. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Got a minute? Wanted to say something. My father told me he found me as a young boy in the wreckage of a ship that sank off of the coast near Solitude. All he found in my pocket was a tiny smooth stone inscribed with some sort of strange runes. No one does. I've even taken the damn thing to the College of Winterhold. I must have spent every last coin I've made with the guild trying to find out what it means. Perhaps they could be nonsense, inane scribbles done by someone in idle boredom. But if not, if they actually mean something, they might tell me where I'm from, what ship I was on, everything. Actually, the fisherman who found me, the man I call my father, gave it to me. Thought it was fitting, I suppose. I never changed it because it never felt right to do so. I appreciate that. Keep to the shadows.
Come here a second. The honey they collect on that hunk of rock goes into making Blackbriar mead, just about the best tasting mead in all of Skyrim. If talking your way out of trouble isn't enough, you could always pick up some training from Delvin, Vex, or Viper. Also, I recommend hitting the training room if you need lockpick practice. Helped me out of a jam more than once. I used to live in Valenwood, working at my father's winery. We made the finest wine to ever cross your lips, I promise you. We were doing well. Plenty of coin, a huge mansion, and I was even betrothed to a lovely young woman. Because it was dull. Every day was the same boring routine. Working at the winery, social visits with friends, parties with no one I cared about. I just wanted a little excitement. Something dangerous. I hooked up with a guild in Valenwood. I think they called themselves the Silver Crescents. Spent quite a few years doing jobs for them. Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. I didn't really need it. I was running with them because it fit. Made me feel alive. Well, after a while, my father caught on to what I was doing. He confronted me one night and gave me a choice. Either leave Valenwood, or he'd have me thrown into jail. Gave me a day to say my goodbyes to everyone. I ended up in Skyrim thanks to a contact I'd made when I was with the Crescents. Good old Delvin. He introduced me to Gallus, and that was it. I've been here ever since. And you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit. If you ever need more practice with the bow, just grab me.
Wanted to say something to you. Pull up a chair, my friend. This is quite a tale. When I started out in this business, I wasn't really interested in the guild or being a thief. I didn't mean to imply I was earning an honest living either. With my lock-picking aptitude, I was a natural at jailbreaking. I made a great deal of gold doing it, too. It's where a client pays you to get arrested, and you get thrown into a prison for the express purpose of breaking out. Usually it's to free someone the client cares about, and sometimes well, to kill someone on their behalf. Either way, the trick was in the escape, and that's where my strengths came in handy. Well, as a jailbreaker, you work alone. No guild to back you up. I do jobs for the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, but if things didn't go as planned, I was on my own. The last jailbreak I attempted failed. I was imprisoned in High Rock for 3 years before they let me go. After that, I promised myself I'd never do it again. I don't know. I think I realized that out in the world, my skills would bring me more wealth as a thief, rather than an assassin. Killing someone in a jail is much easier than what the Dark Brotherhood deals with. I guess I wanted to play it safe. I already knew Delvin. I asked if I could join up, and that was that. Some other time, perhaps.
You're making waves around here. I like that. If you ever want to talk about anything, you let me know. I wouldn't bother smacking at those hives with a weapon. Set them on fire, and they'll go up like kindling. I'll point you to the first and last person you're ever going to need to talk to. Tonelia. She's the guild's fence. Treat her right, and she'll make you rich. Try and rip her off, you'll have the whole guild to answer to. It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got inside with no trouble. We found the loot, and made our way out. Well, it was, up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The client had ratted us out. Vex just tells me to run, so I did. Half of them went after me, the other half went after her. Huh, are you kidding me? Vex lost them in seconds. Once she steps into the shadows, she vanishes. Me? I ran, and I ran, straight through the gates of Windhelm, and all the way back to Riften. Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in, drenched in sweat. Everyone just took a look at me and laughed. Well, I had forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. Vex rode hers back, and arrived hours before I did. So, that's how I earned the name. Now keep it to yourself. Need any more pickpocket training? You just let me know.
If you need marksman training, and you've got the coin, I'm ready.
Look, if I was a little harsh before, I just want you to know it's because you were new. You know what I mean? Look, I don't really know you. I don't even really know anyone here. Why do you care anyway? It's not like we're family. This is a business. Look, you want to know about me? All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you about the time I was a young girl, barely out of her teens, living on a pig farm in the middle of nowhere. Didn't have a coin to spend between our entire family. Ate the same slop we fed our livestock. Oh wait, it gets much better. How about the fact that our farm was attacked by bandits, and that they killed my entire family who didn't even brandish a weapon against them? Here's the best part. They took me as a prize and violated me for a fortnight. Tossed me from bandit to bandit like... It's fine. I had to tell someone, I suppose. Carrying around a weight like that, it hurts after a while. Cuts you inside like a dagger to the heart. Over time, I managed to gain their confidence. Then one night I grabbed a knife, waited until they fell asleep, and cut their throats. I never returned to that pig farm, you know. There's nothing for me there. So that's my sad story. What do you think? Maybe one day. Just not today. I hope we bump into each other again.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me. Now that you mention it, there is. I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature, looking for some particular books. I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel, and his peculiar cravings. It's said to be spread across 4 volumes, and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you. I can't believe it. You have them already? Here, take this. This should cover your end of the work nicely. I don't know about the others, but I sure am glad to see a fresh face down here. The flagon used to be packed every night with the boys from the guild. But now, look at it. Last few years have been pretty bad. I've almost closed this place up. Mm-hmm.
Brynjolf, let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you...
Before we begin, I want to make 2 things perfectly clear. 1, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And 2, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Easy, huh? So, should I just hand you purses of coin, or are you gonna work to earn your keep? Let me give you a small bit of advice. Nothing in this line of work is easy. If it was, every dreg in the Ratway would be robbing Riften blind. If something's being handed to you on a silver platter, then there's a catch. Steal the platter instead. You get it? Then we understand each other. Good. Now, it's time to get your feet wet. And I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here. Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya. Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks. I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now. Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit, and no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck. Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, There's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded. Are you kidding me? Ever since the guild's luck turned sour, we haven't had a coin to our name. And when the coin dried up, that's when people started to leave. We had the best of everything down here. The Ratway was a damn palace. The only way this place will ever return to its glory days is if we can finish these extra jobs and start the gold flowing again. The Flagon was once a city beneath the city. We had our own smith, our own alchemist, you name it. If we can make a name for ourselves in Skyrim once again, I can almost promise you those merchants would return. Best of all, we'd have enough gold to throw around so we could start living in the lap of luxury again. If you're ever in need of some quick coin for items you find on the job, Tanelia is the best fence around. And besides myself, Delvin, Niruin, and Vipper can help you with any sort of training you might need to sharpen your skills. I handle the burglary, shill, sweep, and heist jobs. Most of them involve breaking and entering. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up-close and personal jobs. Pretty simple. Break into a house, grab a specific item, and get out before they realize what's going on. The catch is you can't kill anyone who lives there, or you forfeit the payment. You ready for some good old-fashioned burglary? All right, take this and get out of here.
So you're the new recruit, huh? Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted. I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee. Sure, how about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us. Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use. Well, you could always speak to Delvin or Vex if you're looking for extra work. Or if you're looking for training, we've got plenty of it down here. Delvin, Vex, Niruin, and Vipper can give you a leg up on that. Until next time.
All eyes are on you, lad. Don't disappoint us. All eyes are on you, lad. Don't disappoint us.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right? See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet. Look around you. The Flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead. Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose. Watch yourself out there. The mercenaries Irkngthand hired to train killers. Just ask our poor little Vex. Years ago, The guild used to have a foothold in every major city in Skyrim. You wouldn't dare even lift an apple without checking with us. When things started going downhill around here, it became difficult to keep it all together. We lost fences, influential contacts, and coin. It wasn't long before we lost what we depend on to survive. Respect. By doing these extra jobs and putting some fear into the people, we can take back the cities and start being taken seriously once again. Thanks to Maven Blackbriar, we still have some pull in Riften. But get arrested in Whiterun and you'll be tossed right into the prisons. If we gain the confidence of someone very influential who lives there by doing a unique job for them, we'll be able to have some leverage there too. The only way we get that special job is by doing smaller ones in those cities until we catch their ear. Then they'll contact me and we're off. If you're looking to get some coin for the fruits of your labor, you should talk to Tanelia. She sounds tough, but she'll cut you a fair deal. I also suggest you spend some time in the training room. Just talk to Vipper. He'll show you around. I handle the fishing, numbers, and bedlam jobs. The ones with a more personal touch. If break-ins are more your thing, go talk to Vex. Most of the establishments in Skyrim keep their transactions recorded within business ledgers. Your job will be to change the numbers in those books so the shortfalls from our other jobs look legit. Feel like doing a bit of writing? Finally, someone with backbone. Here you go.
If those Whiterun guards can take down the dragon, so can we. I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. But
Yes, I'm sure you would
Your
prefer
fingers
getting
are
plundered by
talented.
bandits than seeing to me.